Many is the day that I am covered in kitty. This is my berry bear. Yes, he is bear. And your mother is my wolfie wolf. Yes. You sniff my noodle. And the cats are screwing things up. Yes, okay. Top tens and grins. Says hello. What's up, bro? What's going on with you? I mean, coming home after, this is only my 5th day in a row. No, it's my 9th day of work in a row. Trying to do 2 things at once. Not much, but taking it easy. Yeah. Everybody's, oh, it's my Mephistophelies. Have you seen my adorable Mephistophelies? Yes. See how she is, kitty. Yes. Christian Staten, add me, please, please. What do you mean, add you? Add me. What does that mean, add me? I don't know enough about live stream to tell you. Ah, ah! Cat's after my drink. I can speak to you. You are speaking to me. Well, I guess you're writing at me. Duck Dan, is there an oil spill on your wall? Ah, that is not my wall, it's my computer screen. And it is a tree, believe it or not. Top 10 and grins looks scammy. And Valentine looks like he's peeing on my books again. Bad Valentine, bad! I'm just saying, bro. Says, hey Richard, Robert from Ohio. What's up, bro? My cousin's in Ohio. You know Lori? Abdul437 says hello. Brutal man, why does my pee hurt if I'm gay? I don't know. Mimi says, here, kitty kitty. Brutal man, is it gay if you have your socks on? No. I'm just saying, bro, you always ask me that. I don't know your cousin. What, do you always answer? You know, when I canoed the Colorado, we sang Down the River We Go, which is about the Ohio. Abdul437, did you vote for Trump? No. And I find that offensive. Brutal man, you got a little something on your mustache. Yeah. Um, the interesting thing about that drink is that the ice is made of medication. It's medicated ice. A herbal tea that is supposed to help with my diabetes. Abdul437, you look like the stereotypical Trump voter. Get your eyes checked. Maximus Murdus, nice puss. Yeah, she's adorable. This is Kit. Kit loves to be on my live streams. Google account, what do you do for work and where do you live? State, I live in California. And today I was securing critical infrastructure against terrorist threats. I'm just saying, bro, anything interesting going on today? Watch some of your alcohol videos today. Rum and Pepsi. Right now, I'm just saying, bro, I am working on my Battle with Beelzebub series because I was injured, uh, and my house is a terrible, disgusting mess. So, Abdul437, so you voted for Kamala? Yes, I did. Google account, Southern or Northern Cali? Los Angeles. The heartland, bro. Oxfee, this is the guy that stole my weed eater. Brad W. Squirrels swim on their backs to keep their nuts dry. Okay. Google account. Did the car fall off the lift onto you? It fell off of a jack. Abdu437. Frickin' liberal? Eh. I mean, let's face it here. Joe Biden was a limp noodle. The war in Ukraine would be over if he had done his job right. Xvitz, Anarchy, Joshua. I'm the egg hustler. Google account. Whoa, that must have been traumatic. Put a 5% bend in my spine. Jay, what did you like about Kamala? Her incoherent rambling? That she was not a genocidal psychopath. I mean, the things coming out of Trump's mouth are utterly insane. I mean, it's proof that our educational system needs work. Jay, or possibly her race hustling. Kamala was more of a moderate. Trump is an extreme. Moderates run countries, extremes run them into the ground. Or perhaps, Jay, or perhaps the way she slipped her way to... I'm going to admit, I would totally bang Kamala. Abdul437, how much do you weigh? I am dropped down to around 350. After the accident, I was as large as 415. I was very badly injured, and it just shut me down as a human being. Gotta move some files here. Remove them files. Okay, that's fine. So much to do, so little time. Your quantum reality. Are you 6'7"? No. I'm 5'9". Last time I checked, which was before the injury, my lean body mass was around 270 pounds. And I lost, I just, what happened was the car clipped me and sent a shockwave through my abdomen and just pulverized everything inside. So, I couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes. Tristan, hey Richard. Hey Tristan, what's up, bro? Google account. Did you sue anyone when the car fell on you? Yes, I sued my work because I was at work when it happened, and they didn't immediately send me for medical coverage, for medical assistance, and they just didn't take any good care of me. So I did sue. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says, sup. Heath, you looking to get your cheeks clapped? No. Uh, can't say that I do. Google account. If you were a security guard when you were working on the car, why were you working on? I was changing a tire for another security guard. Very simple. California state law. Injury happened at work. And again, if I had gotten immediate medical attention, I probably wouldn't have worried about it. But I didn't. And, it did eventually cause me to be incapable of working because I suffered some pretty severe nerve damage, and nerve damage makes you sleep. So, Google account, just tell us the whole story so I don't have to keep asking you questions. Tristan Smith, I've got 8 viewers RN. Cool, bro. Google account. Also, why did you get under a car to change a tire? Abdul 437, you don't look like a gun owner. I'm not. I am certified for a firearm, but the company I work for that certified me insists that you carry their weapon on duty, so I have to use their weapon, and I've never bothered buying one of my own. Marco, I see that the accident did not dent your ability to detect a grifter. No, it didn't. Abdul 437 knew it. Look, Abdul, owning a gun is very, very white. I understand that. But just because I'm white doesn't mean I'm very white. Okay, so here being the thing. Yes, Google account, I know what a grifter is. Scurf, hello, sir. So here's the story. One of my fellow guards was having mental health issues, and his tire went flat. So he asked if he could use my jack. I kneeled beside his car and jacked it up. It was a butterfly jack. He didn't set his parking brake. His car shifted, and on the way down, it struck me. When it struck me, it sent a shockwave through my abdomen, and I was hurt. Okay? After getting hurt, I fell a second time at work and hit the bruise, and it hurt so bad I couldn't stand up, so they finally sent me to a doctor. After that, the nerve damage was so bad and the pain was so bad that I couldn't stand up for long periods and I kept falling asleep. I no longer work there. Abdul437, are you religious by chance? No, not terribly. I get asked a lot of questions. Well, I mean, look, I have a pretty solid understanding of many religions. So, whereas I may not be holy, I am certainly worldly. And this is Kitty. I love Kitty. Tristan Smith, who's grifting? Marco, yes, con man. Trump is a con man. Yes, he is. I mean, he's selling embossed golden dollars for like $30. You know, it's selling a Bible you can get as a free PDF for 60. Google account. I am preying on this man for wanting to hear a story about something he mentioned. Dude, I told you the story. Scurf, how did it feel like you had to poop but couldn't? Heath, damn, you're soft. I got hit by a car. Had a car fall on me, put a 5% bend in my spine, and I took my ass to work the next day. Soft? Yeah. Like to see you do that. You'd be crying. Scurf, Jesus saves. Heath, little bruise and you couldn't work anymore, bro. The bruise was larger than my hand, and it was on the other side of my spine. They took MRIs. They proved I was injured. Google account still doesn't explain why you had abdomen under a car to change a tire. I'm sorry, but it makes no sense. Either way, I'm sorry it happened to you. Well, the tire was off, and I mean, the car just clipped me, but it fell with such force. And I have love handles. I mean, what do you want? I've always been fat. Bruce Miller, I got a AB on my test. Cool, bro. Google account, I was decapitated at work and still put in OT that week. Well, that is impressive. How are you not dead? Bruce Miller, science test. Good man. Scurf, there's just trolling you, man. Take it easy. Yeah, bro, I mean, this is the internet. You will be trolled. You will be trolled. Scurf, so what made you start streaming? Every time I come home from work, I stream for an hour. I came home from work. You mean streaming in general? It's just that, you know, what I need the most right now is watch hours. Streams get a lot of watch hours. And Google is really pushing me to do the streams. Marco, Google account is a headless chicken. Chicken. I like chicken. Google account. I just carried my head for the rest of the day and paid over 200 cash to sew it back on after work. Yeah, I'll bet. Scurf. Are you married, kids? No, I just have cats. who booger on me. Oh, Kit, that is just gross. No, stay. She boogered all over her own paw. I gotta put a trash can in here or something. Ugh. Google account. Then I mowed his lawn for $40. I bet you mowed his lawn like no lawn has ever been mowed before. Oh, Leo, you're kind of getting in the way here. Leo. Why don't you ever get on the live stream, Leo? Oh. Heath, I got my PP chop. I'm not even going there. That's just weird. Scurf, what's the best Star Wars movie? My cats are being wild. And I've got a runny nose, too. Wolf. Wolf. Stop beating up Knight. I know he's bigger than you and it's fun. The best Star Wars movie is Return of the Jedi. Or no, Empire Strikes Back. It's the one with the most problematic ending and the most complicated story. And shows all of the characters in their best dynamic. Google account. Whoa, guy, don't project your repressed homosexuality onto me. Google account. Stop talking in the mirror, weirdo. Marco, I am Austria, by the way. I'm from South Africa, but Portuguese too. I appreciate another world-aware individual. I have been doom scrolling as I cannot sleep. I'm also not religious at all. Well, Marco, to be fair, okay, when I worked with the homeless, which I did for 6 years, I found that knowledge of religion was very helpful. Okay, they need something to guide them, and religion can be that something. Some people just need to believe. It's a scientific proved thing. It's called the God neuron. Look it up. Scurf, ha ha ha, WTF was that? That was Wolf fighting with Knight. Scurf, there you go. Bruce Miller, what was that? Again, that was Wolf fighting with Knight. Marco, anyhow, I wish you all the best. Keep well. Yeah, Marco, I hope you get some sleep, bro. I mean, I know how hard that can be. You may want to try a multivitamin or a fan. Either of those things could work pretty well. Almost feel like I should be throat singing here, you know? Well, it's something I learned about in physics. Oh, it's Fade. What wonders will appear now? Sadly, people who get caught up in religion only need therapy. Religion is a hell of a drug. You know, the thing about that, Fade, is I knew a man who was a very devout Mormon until he did something that challenged his faith. He read the Book of Mormon. Now, I thought him being a Mormon, he had read the Book of Mormon, but apparently that's not the case. So, once he stopped being a Mormon, he started thinking he was God. So, people with the God neuron need religion to not be dickholes to other people. Scurf, so you think belief in God is unreasonable and not founded in logic? Um, Scurf, that's a very complicated subject. Now, to be fair, for 10 years of my life I was raised as a Jew, and when my mother passed away, my father tried to make me into a Methodist. Having seen the behavior of Christians, well, it's just not Christian. And I have told many a Christian, there is this book about Jews you should read. It's called the Bible. And then I would often bring up things like Jesus saying, give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Or talking about teaching a man to fish. Religious people tend to say that my understanding of Christianity has a more global as opposed to specified um, nature, which means I understand how it applies to the world in general and to the relation between nations as it applies to the relation between peoples. Marco, okay, cheers. Google account. You are liberal in LA, but still maintain an elementary school level of homophobia. How unique. Where do you stand on abortion? Abortion should be legal. Though I personally abhor the practice and would never want a child I served to be aborted, I do not believe I have the right to tell people what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Fade, that's just narcissism. Well, you would know. Scurf, the God neuron talk is not a sound, scientific, or logical argument. Okay, I have not done enough research into the God neuron, but it is a scientific concept. So, yes, my field is psychology, but neuropsychology is very complicated. Fade. Scurf. No, I reject God claims. Claims asserted without evidence may be disregarded without scrutiny. Technically, Fade, that's not science. Every claim that has logic to it is scrutinized. We scrutinize whether Bigfoot is real or not, and having lack of evidence, conclude that we can come to no conclusion. So a true scientist does not say there is no God. A true scientist says, I do not know. But that's no reason to be immoral. I particularly describe my Hebrew nature as being a philosophy. But, that's because I don't go to temple and, I don't pray and do those things. But I do consider myself Jewish, both in genetics and in mentality. Scurf, the behavior of Christians has nothing to do with the existence of God. That is true, but do understand, Scurf, that if you're a Christian, you theoretically are familiar with the Bible, and despite being familiar with the Bible, Christians still do terrible things. So, well, take that as you will. Stop them, whoa. John Backflip performed the first backflip in 1316 in medieval Europe. Cool. Demarcus Gracia, what are your thoughts on getting rid of the penny? Um, Basically, we've kept the penny for logical reasons. Because it's good for the economy. Because the people that make the penny get paid. Now, I've told that when they finally crunch the numbers, discontinuing the penny means that we're going to have to make more of other coins, which have a far worse value. But do remember, at some point, we're going to get rid of the quarter. So it's probably an inevitability that we will get rid of the penny. It is entirely possible that we should just get rid of the penny, the nickel, and the dime and go with quarters and dollar coins. Bruce Miller, I broke up with my girlfriend. She was cheating on me. Sorry to hear that, bro. Stop them, well. It's hard to trace the origins of, however, his arch nemesis William Frontflip convinced the public that John Backflip was. Okay, dude, seriously. Jen Ramirez should have avoided the abortion question, lol. You know, Jen, I'm not here to hide who I am. Hunter, engineer. Okay. Christian Staten, add me in your live chat. We will, bro, please. I don't know what that means, and I don't know how to do it. Scurf, if you believe that the universe began to exist, it must have a cause. The first cause, aka God. Scurf, in order for you to say that with absolute confidence, you would have to have studied a lot of physics. And Hawking's concluded that God was not necessary, although Einstein is famous for saying, I refuse to believe that God rolls dice. Demarcus Garcia, oh yeah, hi Jen Gitzy. Jen Ramirez. Damascus Gracie. You folks know each other, I guess. Gracie, I like cash. It irritates my soul that Walmart has debit only self-checkout now. Hunter, Microsoft engineer? Question mark. Don't know what you're asking about there. Oh, here's Wyatt. He's a douche. Tony Hawk recently was seen with Kim Kardashian, and the two are rumored to be dating. Should we allow black people to continue voting? What? We are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. In a democracy, the right to vote should be one of those inalienable rights. I believe that all people should vote, and that includes, of course, black people and convicted felons. Because when you take away someone's right to vote by making them a convicted felon, you tend to get more people of certain categories who are convicted felons. Demarcus Gracie, do you like cash or prefer a cashless society? I like cash, to be honest with you. Scurf, both appeals to authority. Those scientists, as amazing and great they were, do not have anything to do with the processes of God. I call the first cause God because it began to exist. Eh. John, I enjoy you, my friend. Scarf. From nothing, nothing comes. That could be interpreted more than one way. Jen Ramirez, I kind of like no cash, only cards because it's so easy just to tap or scan, but yes, there is major downfalls. You know, it's like when I was a kid, we had a ticket system in one of my classes, and the teacher got upset because people were trading tickets. So she created a credit card, which was just you wrote the teacher wrote how many tickets you had with a special pen, and then you used those tickets. So yeah, but I mean, you know, dollar bills are harder to hack. Not impossible. DeMarcus Gracie, yes, Jen. Like, what if there's a massive blackout? Yeah, dude. I mean, what happens in a world where technology dies? Hunter, are you a mechanic or engineer? I am a security guard. What are you talking about? Jen Ramirez, Damascus, yeah. Bruce Miller, I always think these streams are interesting. I cover a lot of weird. I'm a strange dude, okay? You know, like the other day I was at work and my boss was there, and he was just like asking me questions about caffeine and energy drinks, and he's like, you know, you know so much, you have such a wide range of interests. He's like, yes, I'm a very strange man. Do a lot of reading. Scurf, I'm a philosophy nut, but I am a theist, and I think there are good reasons to believe in a creator. I appreciate your perspective. Scurf, one of the things I am known for saying is I begrudge no one their faith so long as their faith harms no one. And I mean, you know, we need to get along. And some people get along better with faith. So, you know, does it matter if it's true or not if it works? There's an old saying, very old, the proof is in the pudding. So, I mean, it's not that, it's what you make of it. Wyatt, are you good at racial profiling at your job? Wyatt, my directive is that all people are people before they are anything else. We are to make no assumptions about someone based on that which they cannot change, only that which they can change. Damascus Gracie, I liked and subbed. Thanks, bro. Jen, do you come here often? John, what makes a friend in your book? A friend is someone who actively works for your well-being, which is a strange definition in that, you know, I actively work towards the well-being of people I don't know and will never meet. Dominic Turner, what's up? I'm back, Poppy. There's nothing up for you. It's definitely down at the moment. Scurf, I like the perspective. I like that perspective, my friend. My perspective on religion? I kind of got past that. But okay. Jen Ramirez, Damascus, yeah, sometimes I subbed. Thumbs up. Wyatt. P.S. I like and subbed last night. That's a strange thing for you to do, Wyatt. Damascus Gracie. If I left my if I left my wallet at your house with $100 bill and it's still there when you give it back, then you are a real one. A real friend? That would just make you a real Jew. Or a real Christian if you think about it. Damascus Gracie, cool Jen, good to know. Scurf, are you scared of death? I also subbed. Once you've been in a room with my sister for 5 minutes, nothing scares you anymore. And look, Scurf, when I was 10 years old, my mother died. And she was in a lot of pain. And I'd really like to think that she went to heaven. That's not really a thing for Jews, but, you know, you would assume that she would be, even as a Christian, you would assume that she would still be awaiting judgment if there is an afterlife. But, you know, she was in a lot of pain, and if all death was a cessation of that pain, I have to say, it was still the right place to go. Damascus Gracie, yes, real friend, lol. Bruce Miller, one time at school, some kid stole my wallet and took everything, and I never saw the money again. Yes, kids can really be dicks. Google account, Damascus Gracie. He would definitely take your dough, bro. Google account, would you take his dough? Peter Kincaid, prompts, amen. Or prospers, amen. Okay. Damascus Gracie, Google, laugh. What? I use laser pointer at the zoo. To do what exactly? Damascus Garcia. My bad, bro. Look, I have nerve damage. I see letters funny. It's one of the reasons I do all that reading. Google account, lol, I know. Scurf. My brother died at 28 from a heroin overdose, so I understand about your mom. Sorry to hear that, bro. My mother died of cancer. Jen Ramirez, sorry to hear about your mom. Yeah, I mean, she packed a lot of life into her short time on this planet. We could all aspire to be so wonderful a person. Google account. Garcia sounds like a hired landscaper. No, that's racist. Although I will admit that my gardener is from Mexico. He's not that great of a gardener, but I mean, you know, Bruce Miller. I had over 115 in the wallet, hard earned over summer jobs. Yeah, some people will rob their mama. Big Brutus 69. It's Norm from Cheers. Steppeth now. Scrotum is particular. Okay, stop them, whoa. What is it you do with squirrels? Squirrel is calling you. Damascus Garcia, sorry to hear about your mom. Yeah, I mean, not a topic that's fun to talk about, I'll admit. Love Bug, how much you charge? What? For what? Google account, laughing my rear off. DeMarcus, I'll allow the racist joke, lol. Pops Fashions. Somebody call my mama. Scurf, everyone calls your moms. DeMarcus Garcia, you can just call me Garcia if that's easier, bro. Yeah, probably is. Stop them low. I make scrotum lamps for $20. I think that's actually a low price for a scrotum lamp, but normally you use bull scrotum. And Scurf wants to buy some. Garcia, who remembers lava lamps? You could still get lava lamps. John, what are crepes? I may not be pronouncing that right due to my condition. Let me look here. Okay, do you mean the French crepe? Because it's kind of like a pancake. Google account. Who remembers incandescent bulbs? I'm old and I remember. Stop them low. Scurf sure direct message me. Wyatt, lava lamps were so tasty. Garcia, are those the ones they use to grow a certain herb? Don't think so. Unedited Billy T. God bless 100. So sorry on your mother. She is watching over you, and her spirit is just ask away, subscribed more than the best you were away. Thank you for subscribing. Scurf, I can't wait to do the veins impact the light come from the scrotum lamp. John, the French, yes. Ah, very nice. Okay, so it's crepes, crepes, and again, they're very similar to pancakes, but they tend to be thinner. Here we are. So here are some banana crepes. They're crepes, which is a thin pancake with powdered sugar and slices of banana. They tend to be, packed with some kind of fruit. They're associated with fruit, often chocolate. They're fancy pancakes. They're French. The French, they say that the three best restaurants in the world are in London, and they all serve French food. John, the French, yes. Ah, very nice. Google account says Garcia just regular bones with filaments. Okay, yeah, I mean, back in the day, we used to have halogen bulbs, or well, they still have tungsten halogen bulbs, which are tungsten bulbs, which have a tungsten filament that is an electrical current is shot through to make light, and then the halogen part is that there's a certain inert gas in the bulb to prevent it from overheating. Why are we talking about filament bulbs here? Unedited Billy D says very good. Garcia says there's also savory crepes that are like sandwiches. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, a crepe is basically a form of flatbread. You know, they tend not to be as completely cooked, but you can make them with pancake batter. Scurf, would you rather drink 2 entire gallons of Coca-Cola or smoke 7 cigarettes a day? I honestly don't know. I mean, I hate cigarettes, but 2 gallons of Coke is a lot of Coke. I would be just pissing all over the place. John, imagine having crepes with Natalia and bananas. Yum. That's a thing. It's definitely a thing. I mean, there was some nut butter at the store that I didn't purchase because I have too much. But it was s'more peanut butter ish sort of thing. Scarf for a month. Uh, John, ha ha ha. Google account. A Frenchman could snap my arm and it'd still be a pancake. Okay. Wyatt, I miss incandescent bulbs. You could smoke your rocks in them. Okay. Negative says, hey, buddy. Wyatt, 98% of energy is wasted in heat energy and 2 in it is light. Yes, that's why LEDs are so much more efficient. Garcia, is a Philly cheesesteak still a Philly cheesesteak if it wasn't made in Philly? Yes. A Philly cheesesteak is a Philly cheesesteak so long as it's made like a Philly cheesesteak. Although personally, I don't like onions. And if you get with them without onions, some people say that's not a Philly cheesesteak. Although I don't believe there's a legal definition of Philly cheesesteak, so you know. Wyatt, would you consider becoming a horse track jockey? I'm a little large for that. Scurf, Philly cheesesteak is a best food ever. Garcia, NYC pizza or Chicago deep dish? I'm more of a fan of NYC, but I haven't had a lot of Chicago. So, I mean, my favorite pizza is Costco pizza, which is more in the NYC foldable slice style. But it is straightforward pizza. I mean, they don't like put a lot of seasoning on it. John, should every security guard have a firearm? Definitely not. There are situations in which a firearm would only complicate things. Scurf, could you tackle an NFL player? I would try. Garcia, same here. I feel like deep dish is like a tomato cake or stew. Yeah, see, I've never had a dish that deep. My work just texted me saying, would you like more work? And it's like, kind of. But I have work to do at home, so. Google account. Are you strapped? Are you carrying mad like a college girl? Um, I am certified for the 9mm and 40 caliber, although I do not work jobs where these weapons are normally required. Sean Wagner? I apologize for butchering that. The punter. John, is using your words the way the main weapon as a security guard? And Garcia, I'm watching you live from California, by the way. Cool, bro. We're not that far away. Look, John, I was at a homeless shelter once, and it was Thanksgiving, and they were taking the residents there to the House of Blues, and my friend Margaret, who is a nun, a Catholic nun, was there, and I said, "So, are you going to the House of Blues?" And Margaret says, "Only if you're coming with me." And I said, "I guess it makes you feel very safe to have a 300-pound man watching your back." And she says, "Richard, size has nothing to do with it. You're very patient and you can diffuse things. So yes, the best weapon you will ever have as a security officer is your words. How you talk to people." Negative. Have you ever had to tackle someone at your job? No. The most physical I ever got with someone was put them in an arm lock. Walker Viter 88, obese. Obese. Scarf. I taught my nine everywhere. I tote my nine everywhere. Never know when you'll see a raccoon or very old white woman throwing a fit at CVS. Very old white women are strapped too, bro. Walker Vader 88. Sup Big Bio. Garcia. That's very nice of her. You know, when I met Sister Margaret, I thought she was the nicest person in the world. She took to me right away. I mean, we both have Irish ancestry. She's like pure Irish, and I'm like, my ancestors 200 years ago were in Ireland. But I thought she was just the nicest person on earth. It turns out what had happened was that the homeless people had told her about me, and she just thought I was a really great person. So, but, it's always when someone becomes a nun, you always ask yourself, like, why make that decision? Uh, Vikrila 666, do you carry a pistol? Again, certified for the Glock 9 and the Smith & Wesson 40. Those are the two weapons that my company will issue me. Walker Vitor 88. You're so big you jump in the pool and all the water comes out. That's not a size thing, dingus. I knew a guy who was so dirty he jumped in the pool and the pool turned brown. Oh. Garcia, Walker reported. Walker, DeMarcus, I don't care, lol, God wants us to be honest. Walker, God doesn't want us to be a dick. John, my motto is I never shoot anything that is cute and furry and has thumbs. You don't shoot otters? Garcia, Walker, just relax. Relax, Walker, relax. We're almost done here, folks. I do this for an hour every day. Or I try to, anyway. Google account. A good security guard should have at least 3 firearms on him, not including long gun. Well, you forgot the grenade. Benjamin Smith. Heart attacks are not fun. Don't know personally, but I would assume. Garcia, let's all take a water break. Lol. John, no, otters are cute. That's what I said. Lamia Mayato. Hi, Richard. Benjamin Smith. Plus size clothes cost 4 times as much. Do they? And where are you buying them? Captain T, you know what grinds my gears? No, bro. What does grind your gears? Okay, guys, been at this for an hour, and I can only stay in this physical position for so long. So I gotta go, and I'm gonna take a break, and then I will probably later be live streaming on Random Street Theater. Alright? Peace out.